Look, thank you everybody for coming on such a short notice. Now, as you know, there are certain issues that we need to address. In these folders is a brief summary of everything we will be going over this evening. Because look, I got the keys to the city. I did this shit all on my own. Now I'm rocking with committees. I'm all in my bag now. Everything litty. I'm spreading love and positivity. Even if you ain't with me, I'm strictly about making these power moves. Conscious minds all in one room. So designed for the throne too. Ever since I came out of the fucking womb, I knew I was destined for greatness. Never been the type to be complacent. I had to go get out the basement. Went through trials and tribulations. I made my own lane out the mud. Now everybody showing fake love. Crazy how they all talking shit, but at my shows they all applaud. I don't got time for what people think. Like coming from your mouth it probably stinks. Like always the type to investigate, trying to eat off everybody else's plate. Like I don't got time I can dedicate. I'm trying to acquire and elevate. I'm smoking my weed as I meditate. They consciously put me in a better state. Always keep it real and never ever give your bread up. Watch who you be dealing with, cause they just want your leverage. Niggas ain't with you, you can see in their expressions. Ain't no need to talk about it, we know you gon' hear us. Always keep it real and never ever give your bread up. Watch who you be dealing with, cause they just want your leverage. Niggas ain't with you, you can see in their expressions. Ain't no need to talk about it.
We know you gon' hear us, they never come near us. They stuck in the mirror, conceited they fear us. Listen, when I'm talking, I'm different than others. Carbon copies morphing after one another. Now I'm on a different plane, I'm in the wrong dimension. I'm from the east that I forget to mention. I looked up to Nas and studied the Illmatic. Born in 94, my parents had bad habits. Now I'm a renegade, psychological hand grenade. People speaking out on my name, don't see nobody in my lane. Tell me how you feel, yeah, I think that you should heal. Why you hating from the sidelines, I'm the rookie of the year. What I spit on beats is hot and them other girls I am not. I ain't tripping, slipping, letting anyone come and get my spot. Don't you take my time for granted, think you should let it go. Yeah, just mind your own business and puff that indigo. And tell them
always keep it real and never ever give your bread up. Watch who you be dealing with, cause they just want your leverage. Niggas ain't with you, you can see in their expressions. Ain't no need to talk about it, we know you gon' hear us. Always keep it real and never ever give your bread up. Watch who you be dealing with, cause they just want your leverage. Niggas ain't with you, you can see in their expressions. Ain't no need to talk about it, we know you gon' hear us.
Real quick, I need everybody to show some love. Turn the fuck up. Don't be on some little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all that there. Let's go.
Hey, yo, I'm tryna get out of my city. I'm tryna get out of my city, so I could do it from my city. Yeah. I'm tryna get out of my city, tryna do it different so my people can't forget me. I wanna be successful, I wanna make an impact. Know that I am different, I know that you feel that. I'm just tryna get out of my city, tryna do it different so my people can't forget me. I wanna be successful, I wanna make an impact. Know that I am different, I know that you feel that. Look me in the eyes and tell me what you see. Who else is switching it up and killing it quite like me? It's like I just can't dream quietly. I can't sleep at night unless I ride. If you're rolling with me, be prepared to ride, cause this thing could take off at any time. To keep it real, I'm usually the patient type, but they keep calling me saying that it's my time. And I think they might be right, cause the lights is hitting me right. This is actual factual, my future's looking real bright. I'm not irrational, just know what I want and deserve in life. Dream of buying my mama a house every single night. Y'all don't even understand what we've been through, don't know the strife. How many times I wanted to just give up on life. tryna get out of my city, tryna do it different so my people can't forget me. I wanna be successful, I wanna make an impact. Know that I am different, I know that you feel that. I'm just tryna get out of my city.
I was down on the floor, like, watching y'all. I was looking at y'all, I was like, yeah, like, they're really doing it.
Never forgetting who is with me. I'm just tryna get out of my city. I'm tryna get out of my city, so I can do it for my city. Hey, never forgetting who is with me. People are dying and just fading away. Listen, their bodies are here, but the drugs make them decay. Yo, you are not alone with your struggles and what you've been through. Quick to judge another about the shit that they got into. Afraid to open up about addiction, cause they'll arrest you. You shaking, praying, hoping that don't man bless you. Another overdose, comatose on the corner. We're so immune to it, we hit speed dial to call the coroner. The line at the clinic is teachers, mothers, and warriors. Our people going through it, opioids take control of ya. You know that I'm speaking truth. Imagine when I hit the booth, like I'm a vessel with a message representing me and you. I'm a figure for the youth, I'm a mirror of the truth. I'm like what you wanna say, but too afraid to speak the truth. Don't know what I'm going through, my blood cells betraying me too. This could be my day to leave the earth today, and so could you. Yeah, so I'ma get it for my city, because not everybody was blessed with this thing I call vision light. I'm tryna get out of my city, tryna do it different so my people can't forget me. I wanna be successful, I wanna make an impact. Know that I am different, I know that you feel that. I'm just tryna get out of my city. I'm tryna get out of my city, so I can do it for my city. Hey, never forgetting who is with me.
And we live.
And we live. Hey.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Y'all already know what it is. It's your girl, Ash the Artist.
And it's your boy, Alonzo.
And this is
C.K.G. Sound. Bringing you MVDs, music news, special guests, interviews, and much more.
We got so much good stuff coming to y'all tonight. We got live people in the building. We got live performer. We got somebody amazing who's going to be getting interviewed. Who does a lot of great performance.
Now you got me messed up. Performing arts and all kinds of stuff for the community, man. Just stay tuned.
Yeah, you guys don't want to miss out. So make sure you guys stay tuned right after these sponsors.
Dun dun dun.
It's fine.
Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Alonzo.
And I'm Ash the Artist.
And we're here with C.K.G. Sound.
Bringing you guys live music, live performances.
Music news, interviews, and much more.
You guys don't want to miss out. We have so much great stuff coming to y'all tonight. We are live, so make sure you guys are tuning in on Facebook, YouTube. Please feel free to interact in the comments and give your opinion on what we're talking about. Ask any questions that you have. Please feel free to interact and hit that share button too.
Let's get it.
All right, guys. So we're going to be right back with you guys after these commercials, and you guys make sure you guys don't miss out on the next one. I thought you just said that.
All right, guys. So I guess we're just gonna jump right into the news then this evening. All right, guys. So
music news. Let's get it.
We have a lot of awesome things that we're going to talk about tonight. A lot of things that are popping, really interesting in the music world. A couple things that are a little like, touchy subjects. So we're going to talk about that tonight as well.
Yep. So the first topic on our agenda is the Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez reportedly sold 1 million copies at $1 NFTs in 57 seconds. That is crazy.
So for anybody who doesn't understand what all that means, let's break that down a little bit and, kind of talk to you guys here. So NFTs, if any of you guys don't know what it is, it's a non-fungible token. So basically, you want to tell them a little bit about what that is and how music artists can use that to make sales?
So pretty much a non-fungible token, which is an NFT, is pretty much a way for like artists to just, be able to sell their artwork and stuff to someone exclusively. So that means that there's only one of a kind type artwork project that's out there, and you have a chance to be able to own a copy of it and stuff. So he sold 1 million copies of an album for $1 in 57 seconds. That's crazy.
And made $1 million.
Yeah, literally.
That's insane to me. And it's crazy because it's like, because of the world we live in today, people are gonna have to be creative about ways they're making money in the music and in the entertainment world. So
we in the middle of a whole pandemic and stuff, and this dude literally just sold 1 million copies in less than 57 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. And another thing about NFTs is like, they're non-tradable, so it's unique. There's only one in the world. Like, it's not like how Bitcoin is. For example, Bitcoin, that's something that's like a tradable token. But the interesting thing about NFTs is they actually run on the Ethereum network, which is really interesting. I didn't even know that. I don't know if anybody's into Coinbase, but yeah, it's really interesting to look into it. The way that people are making money, the way that digital currency is kind of taken over even in the music world. And Tory Lanez is a great example of that, because what he just did is like going to open the door for people to make money in so many other ways. Like people who are in small towns can make NFTs and do similar work and make money just like that. So shout out to him for being, a creative person and for being innovative in
and just opening that door for artists as well to be like, hey, look, maybe I should do something as well. You know what I mean?
I never would have thought to do something like that. So like that's completely unique. So shout out to you, Tory Lanez. Keep making that money and doing your thing.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So moving on, we are going to actually bring in somebody, and somebody special who needs no introduction, but we will give him one to kind of give you guys a little background.
The one, the only. Go ahead. Sorry.
Now, the one and only Robbie Soto.
Hey!
Welcome.
Sup.
How about you?
Welcome to C.K.G Sound. How you feeling?
Feeling good. How are you?
Great.
Good, man. Good. Another day, another dollar.
Blessed.
That's all it is, man.
Thankful to be here for real, and thankful to talk to you. So people are going to hear a lot more from you later when we dive into your interview. But in the meantime, do you want to give them just a brief introduction about who you are and what type of work you do?
I'm just some dude that was outside and you told me to come in. No, my name's Robbie Soto. I'm the president of Authentic Community Theater. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, thanks for coming.
Got a lot of stuff going on, so we'll get into all later. Let's have some fun though. Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good. So we are gonna go ahead and hop right back into the news, and feel free to chime in on anything that you find interesting, or any thoughts. And we have people in the comments as well, commenting from home. So please feel free to interact.
Shout out to Cindy, Alex.
Yeah, we see y'all, Nick.
What up, guys?
Bella. Yeah, we see all y'all out there in the comments. Thank y'all for showing love, hitting that share button.
Marcus, Jasmine, we see y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna hop into the next story here. Now, Rihanna is out here just being an inspiration on so many different levels. She actually was just named the richest female musician, and she's officially a billionaire, according to Forbes and many other outlets. So the crazy thing about Rihanna becoming a billionaire is, people know her as a musician, but she's not even really making money off of performing anymore because of COVID, because of the way things have changed in the entertainment world. So she has, Fenty Beauty, which is a makeup line, and then she also has Fenty Savage, which is a collaboration for lingerie. Fenty Savage is actually $270 million worth. And that's insane to me because it's like this girl, she's known from, you know, her music, but because she was smart, because she took the route of being an entrepreneur, she was able to make investments where she can create music all day if she wants to. She doesn't have to, you know, work a job. She has this money going for her.
Even her fans are like, hey, when are you going to drop something else? You know what I mean? Wondering, thinking that she's probably not working, but whole time she just made $207 million. Like,
exactly.
Had to find a way to do it through COVID. I mean, what else could you do? Everything was shut down. So shout out to her, find a way to make her money and keep making an impact on the world, whatever it is. So good on her.
No,
definitely. It's an inspiration. Like she's worth like $1.7 billion, and she's actually second to Oprah in the world right now.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's insane because it's like that's Oprah, and it's like, you know, Rihanna wasn't around like in the 90s. She wasn't around like. She just came in the scene like in the 2000s.
Crazy. Oprah owns everything too. She has her own TV state network. She's like that's nuts.
So
here comes Rihanna with some lingerie, and there you go. Enjoy. That's sick. That's awesome though.
That's wild to me because it's like, what else is she gonna do if she's already a billionaire and she only has these couple things going on? Imagine when she's like Oprah and has those networks and those stations. Like, it's insane. So you know, with that being said, anybody listening who's, you know, looking for ways to be creative, it's like, you know, there's multiple ways to make money. You can have multiple streams of income. Don't put yourself in a box. There's so much you can do, and Rihanna's really a good example of that. So shout out to you.
Yeah, especially for the females, you know what I mean? Like she's a good role model for all that, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So shout out to Rihanna.
Yes.
All right, we got people commenting. Well, they want to be guests on the show.
People want to be guests on the shows.
We'll definitely love to have y'all. Make sure y'all reach out and follow us on all platforms so y'all can stay up to date with the show.
Yes.
So, okay, let's go ahead and hop into our next story. Now, this story, you know, we definitely want to cover it and discuss it. And it's a hard one to discuss because of restrictions. You know, it's very difficult to discuss certain things, and this is a hard one because of freedom of speech. You know, we live in America, so this should be something that is a casual conversation, easy to talk about. But the reality is, things do get pulled down from the internet because of, you know, what you say. So we do want to discuss this delicately. So we're gonna call it The Thing.
I'm sure you guys already know what we're talking about. The Thing, the required jab.
The required jab. Some may have called it the Jabberwocky.
Some call it the prick.
I love that dance group.
See, he's familiar with the Jabberwockies.
Absolutely.
And, you know, some places, New York specifically being one of the first ones, but are making it required for you to be a Jabberwocky. And, you know, I feel like we should have a choice whether or not we want to be Jabberwockies or not. All jokes aside. Nah, but we really should have a choice. Like, and, you know, it puts a lot of people in a lot of, like, tight spaces. And, like, you know,
it does.
At the end of the day, we can't deny that, you know, this is a real pandemic. There are people who are dying and people who are, you know, who did lose their jobs. There's a lot of things that are real about it. However, I feel the control side of it is a little scary. It's a little weird. And, you know, the entertainment world definitely has been hit by it. So we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. You know, live venues, a lot of places are actually making it a requirement to be fully a full Jabberwocky.
A lot of places in DC just signed. I think it was like 20-some venues in DC and the surrounding areas signed saying that they were going to jump on that same bandwagon. You have to, and they're either you have to show proof of your vaccination or a negative test result within the last, I think it's within 3 days.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy because at the end of the day, I personally think it should be a choice. You know, and again, because there could be altering factors that you may not know about. It may not be that you're anti-Jabberwockies and you want to see all them. You know, it may just be that you might have a health condition, or you might have, you know, you might be pregnant, or you know, something else along those lines that doesn't allow you to get jabbed. I mean, it's rough, and I think it's also odd with all the lotteries and random stuff.
All
that
the
comes
incentives.
Up. It's like, why? Are we gonna start doing this for the flu shot too? Because we want people to get flu shots. You know, we're gonna give away millions of dollars in the lottery. Or?
Yeah, that's what got me was the lottery thing. Because when I seen the whole lottery thing and they had like over $2 billion, I'm like, first off, where is this money even coming from? I was like, second, you know what I mean? they're out here just making everybody Jabberwockies, and it's like at the end of the day, you know what I mean, there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on that need vaccinations and stuff for, and you know what I mean, it's just the concentration, all that's going behind.
And I think it's important. I do. I think it's important, but it's also important for people to make their own choice and their own decisions without essentially being threatened. Hey, if you don't get this poke, then you're not going to be able to enjoy a concert, or you're not going to be able to enjoy going out to dinner or any other kind of entertainment. So you have to go do this if you want any type of normalcy. And I find that really hard. And I think there's going to be a lot of problems in the near future with people who are requiring these things.
And especially because we're in the entertainment business, and it's like, you know, we're constantly trying to travel and network and meet new people and just, you know, meet people where they're at and stuff. So it's like, you know, being restricted of all that, because now we can't fly if you don't have a COVID passport, or you don't have the vaccination. People are faking them. People, you know what I mean? There's so many things going on right now. It's so crazy.
And I think New York has a huge fine if you're caught with a fake card.
Yeah, I think it was like $16,000. That was like $16,000 that somebody got fined.
It's crazy, and then you're also looking at jail time for falsifying medical records, which again, I feel like when you, I should probably stop before I get myself in trouble. But when you back people into a corner, and again, I have been poked and it's fine, but when you back people into a corner and say, if you want any type of normalcy back in your life, or you want to do something that you perhaps enjoy doing, like going, like in my case, going to a Broadway show in New York City.
Right.
If you want to be able to do those things, guess what? Go do this. Right. And I think when this is all said and done, and we move past this, hopefully sooner rather than later, I think there may be some places that find themselves with discrimination lawsuits. I really do, because at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. You're saying if you don't have this medical test, or this medical if you're not a Jabberwocky, you're not allowed to do this.
Right.
That's the same thing as saying, hey, if you're pregnant, you're not allowed to come in here.
Right.
That's what it's saying, and I think the way they'll get around it is by saying, oh, well, we said that they could have a negative COVID test within those 3 days. What happens if you don't get your results back in enough time before you go to that show? Or what happens if, I mean, there's just so many things, and it's odd how hard it's being pushed. Like every year we heard about the flu shot, and how important it is to get your flu shot. Has anybody heard a damn thing about a flu shot
it's
at
like,
all?
And it's crazy because it's like everything else kind of just went out the window.
Yeah.
It's like the main focus is just this, and that's it. And then there's also people who are becoming Jabberwockies, and then they're getting, like, you know, infected and stuff. Like I know somebody who got it, and they were saying that they ended up getting like cutaneous or something like that, cutaneous or something all over their body, and it started eating up at their legs and stuff. And they were just pretty much saying, like, look, before you get the Jabberwocky thing, you know what I mean, pretty much like get the antibody test done first. That way you know if your body has some type of reaction to whatever they're trying to jab people with.
It's crazy, man. And again, the part that blows my mind is that it's not fully FDA approved.
No.
And you're forcing it on people.
Yeah.
Huh?
Pfizer's actually.
Oh, Pfizer is okay, but
really?
still, Moderna. It doesn't. I don't.
Right,
whatever.
right.
But point being is that there's still some vaccines that are in the experimental phase.
Yeah.
Whether people want to say it or not, and again, I think it should be a choice. Whatever you think is right for you, your family, your loved ones, your kids. That should be up to you, not a hey. If you want to go out to dinner, you better have this. I think that's wrong.
Like I think people are making like their decisions off of like emotion. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are running around like, should I get it? Should I not? You know what I mean? Should I become one or not?
For sure,
Like,
especially the fear that they install with it, and like the marketing like behind it is crazy.
It's nuts. I mean, I have a friend in New York who she's an actress on Broadway, and they wrote an entire page 6 story on how she dropped out from a show because she didn't have. She didn't get the jab, right? And they wrote this whole page 6 article about how she refused to get it, that she was an anti-jabber, and she was spreading all this false information about the vaccines, all of it being untrue. She didn't get it because of a medical issue that she had.
Right.
And she was essentially forced because she was getting berated online and on social media and Instagram and Twitter, saying that she's a part of the problem, she's a super spreader, and the blood's on her hands, and all this other nonsense that she was getting. So she finally came out with through her PR people with a statement saying, no, I'm not against it. I just can't take it. Personally, I cannot, and I didn't get fired from the show. I walked away because I couldn't get it.
Right.
And again, I think that's one of the biggest problems too. And I think it's important to note. And I might get y'all in trouble, but I think it's important to note that. I think
call it Jabberwocky though.
Yeah, I'll call it Jabberwocky so we don't get cut off. But I think it's important to know that if you're going to if you're going to attack somebody on social media for a personal choice that you're making or that they're making, and you're trying to scare people and cancel people because of a decision that they've made that they feel is best for them and their family, I think you're the worst kind of person, truthfully. And I think that where there's always room for open discussion and civil discourse, I think the attacks and calling people anti this and anti that and super spreaders and all this other stuff takes it way too far, and puts people's lives in danger. Maybe not physically, possibly physically, but could put their career in jeopardy. It could cause a lot of issues, and I think people don't really take that into consideration when they start the bashing.
Right. And going off of that too, it's like, there's a lot of people, like you said, who work hard to get to where they're at, and then now they're forced to either, become a Jabberwocky, or like you said, they have to walk away and stuff like that. But another thing is though that I wanted to touch up on is I seen this commercial, and I don't know if it's real or not, but I seen it and it blew my mind. But it was pretty much a commercial about like hustlers and entrepreneurs, people in the streets.
It was real.
And it was pretty much like I'm a hustler, I'm somebody in the streets, I'm in contact with people daily, all day, every day, you know what I mean? Like blah blah blah. Like I'm becoming a Jabberwocky because, you know what I mean, I'm constantly networking with people, and I was like, wait, what? Like, it just blew my mind. So yeah, man, like at the end of the day, like you said, I think everybody should have their own opinion on it and just, follow your instinct on what you feel is right or wrong, because we's living in crazy times right now.
Respect is the biggest thing. I think disagreeing on something can be done respectfully. Yes. And if you truly feel it, and if you're watching this and you're one of these people that feels like they have to convince people to get the jab, then I think that make sure you're doing it in a civil, respectful manner, and have that conversation with somebody. But at the end of the day, if they're against it, or if they have their own reasons why they're not, or they're not open to the discussion, just let it go. You don't need to blast people on social media and share their stuff. And I mean, just let it go and walk away. You can actually say, we disagree. That's all right.
Right.
That's the main thing. Like what Robbie said is like, don't let it divide you. Don't let it put hate in you and like cause you to be angry.
Right.
Exactly.
It's what people want. Like let's get real about it. When it comes to the politicians and the politics behind it, and again, if you look back a year ago when they first started this whole thing, how many people on a particular side were saying, there's no way I'm taking that vaccine, no way, because it's too fast, it's too this, it's too that. And then this thing happened in November, and some people got switched around into some positions, and then all of a sudden these people are saying, oh yeah, you need to take the vaccine. But there, less than a year ago, you were saying that you would never take it, and there's video proof of them saying, "I will never take this vaccine. I will never ever do it." But now they're calling people out who are saying, "Hey, listen, there's just not enough research out there yet. I'm not sure how I feel about it." But those were those same people 8 months ago saying, no way I'm ever going to take this. And I truthfully wonder, and I think it'd be a fun discussion at a later date, I truthfully wonder if those positions didn't change in November, what would those people be saying? Would they be saying go get the vaccine, or would they be saying, no, dude, I'm not getting the vaccine because this orange dude's in charge, so I'm not going to take, you know what I mean? So I think it's not being talked about enough, and it should be, because that might be why people are saying, oh, you know what, maybe not, because you were spending a whole lot of your time and a whole lot of your money saying there's no way I'm taking this thing, including the current president and vice president of the United States, and now they're struggling to get people vaccinated.
And then you got the whole situation in Afghanistan going on.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get too much into that on this show today. But no, all serious
Let's get to the music.
Yeah, and all serious though, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world.
Yes.
Don't let it like install hate and fear into your heart. You still live your life, still chase your dreams. Rihanna just became a billionaire. Tory Lanez just made $1 million off
That's what I'm
NFTs.
saying.
So like
love
anything's
each other,
possible.
man. Love each other.
Yes, and network and just make moves, because you know what I mean, time is short and we got to take every opportunity to the fullest.
Yes. All right, awesome. That was a good one. All right, cool. So let's move on to the next one, and this is going to be our final news story for the evening.
Kanye West is about to drop his 10th, what is it? His
10th studio
his 10th
album.
studio album, Donda, which is named after his mom.
Yes. So she actually had passed away, a few years ago, and he named the album after her. And there's a lot of controversy around this album, and we'll talk about why. He kept moving the date a lot of times, and a lot of people would get all hype about it. He would have like listening parties. He would literally like hype it up and then just not drop it. And it was kind of like people start thinking, oh, is this just a marketing tactic? Like, is he ever actually going to drop the music? So then we start looking more into the actual tape itself, and Donda, again, there was some controversy with her passing. Some things happened with her plastic surgeon, and, he got in some trouble. They were trying to get him in some trouble. And Kanye West actually tried to reach out to the surgeon and make the cover art for the whole album, the picture of the surgeon's face. That, supposedly was the reason his mom passed away. And, the surgeon reached out and was just like, oh, that's not really necessary. I don't really need to do that. Kanye tried to be like, oh, it's because I'm trying to forgive you type of thing, But then there's more controversy because, since this is coming back up, there's a lot of, weird conspiracies going around about her death and, the plastic surgeon and things like that.
And didn't they just open up his mom's case again?
Yeah, supposedly they reopened the case. And, part of me can't help but wonder if it's really just, a marketing scheme. You could pay anybody to make articles to be like, hey, this is happening now. But at the same time, when you look into the actual investigation and what happened, she actually didn't even die with the plastic surgeon.
She died at her home.
Yeah, it was after the fact. So it wasn't even the way that people kind of made it seem. So it does make you wonder industry things,
And even if you listen to the call of the paramedics coming and stuff like that, the whole time paramedics is telling them you need to do this, 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 and that, and they're just not listening or doing anything. And he's even yelling at him look, you're not doing anything. I'm telling you, you need to, you know what I mean?
Kanye West is an odd dude, though.
Yeah.
He tried to run for president.
He did.
Like Arsenal said, Kanye lost his mind when he lost his mom, which is crazy.
And I hear that. I lost my mother too, so I get it. But I wouldn't put it past him to do it for the marketing. Right. I don't know. I wouldn't, and I feel terrible saying that because it's a terrible circumstance. But at the end of the day, it's Kanye. He's very controversial, and he'll do anything. I mean, going up and grabbing an award from some girl that just won an award and saying she didn't deserve it, and this person should have. I mean, he's a controversial dude, and there's nothing wrong with that. People talk about him. We're doing it right now, right? So I mean, but. Could it all just be for the album? I think so. I think it could be.
Right.
I feel like it is because I mean they literally released the CPR tape right around the time the album is supposed to drop.
Right.
How convenient.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little much.
So I definitely get you on that too, and a lot of artists like to take their pain and stuff and what they go through in life because a lot of people are gonna talk about it anyways, regardless. You know what I mean? So why not use it to your advantage and you know what I mean, and be able to just collect off of it as well.
There are thousands of artists that use their pain as a muse, as some type of inspiration for them, whether it's painting, whether it's music, no matter what it is. I mean, you find that influence from somewhere,
right?
I mean, so maybe it is. I mean, I hope so. If it's him taking advantage of his mother who sadly passed away, what a jerk. I mean, that's,
But even in today's industry, you got to think people are making bold moves to be seen. Yep. And the industry is in love with that. They're like, yo, if you're willing to do this, and that, and possibly get in trouble to get these type of views, then we're down for it. You know what I mean? So it's people are doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Even all the controversial stuff with Lil Nas X and stuff and all his videos and stuff. You know what I mean? People do it just for promotion and stuff.
I'll say I didn't think that video was that bad for all that.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show, actually. Some people had their opinions about it for sure. But, I mean...
You'll have to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, and that goes back to the music industry as a whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's roots of dark and light everywhere, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but, I totally get that. So, okay, Kanye, if you're out there listening somewhere, drop your album because everybody's waiting and they're not sure what you're doing. But
he's doing exactly what he's doing, making people wait.
Literally. Wait, we know what you're doing. Stop doing it and drop the album.
He's probably like, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, he's listening right now going, yep, that's right, Ash. That's exactly what I'm doing. And you're going to buy my album as soon as I decide to drop it.
You going to listen to it?
We're going to review it on the podcast. All right, awesome. Well, that concludes the music news for the day. So we're going to hop right into our next segment and get into the music video of the day, MVDs. So this segment, we basically have a chance to rate some music, do some constructive criticism, hear some indie artists who are on the come up, and check out their work. So please feel free to comment in the Facebook group and, you know, let us know your thoughts on the song. And then here you go. Let's go ahead and get to the first video.
Let's.
King Zuli,
A mystery woman. Music.
yeah, that's what I want. I want a ball of course. No, I ain't talking about whores. I kill any beat, it's a chord. Put me on the court, I settle the score. Cause I want a ball of course. No, I ain't talking about whores. I kill any beat, it's a chord. Put me on the court, I settle the score. I point at the coast like game, motherfucker rain, motherfucker cloudy days all day, motherfucker rain, motherfucker king, motherfucker call me the king of the ring, motherfucker, yeah. Cause I want a ball, of course. No, I ain't talking about whores. Put me on the court, I settle the score. I'm a young entrepreneur, but got them yelling encore. They tell me the show must go on, but they wanted more. I'm selling out seats from the door to the floor. You fuck with a king and my robe is coarse, the crown is horse, posture is poised. I'm bringing the noise, that's just my support. We came to rejoice, I came a long way and I'm just getting warm. Trust me, the flow has been hot, it's been that way since I was born. That's why she throwing the wop. This kind of shit's out of war, and this kind of dick is the shot. My energy comes from the north, you ready or not, this energy can't be absorbed. You are not taking that loss, not even with 6 on rocks. Just pray to the Lord, chat me. I don't want my chat late. I come for your head top, put your face on the dealer plate. She hate when I take too long, when she came in the first place. But it's what it didn't happen long. You stepping naked fresh out of the league. I be in my avatar state, like how many blunts does it take? Whichever I hit to the face, yeah. You gotta be peak to play. I hop in a race relay, ole. I'ma do this to my dying day, chasing my dreams till I run out of legs. I'm balling on whoever wanted to fade. I want a ball of course. No, I ain't talking about whores. I kill any beat, it's a chord. Put me on the court, I settle the score. Cause I want a ball of course. No, I ain't talking about whores. I kill any beat, it's a chord. Put me on the court, I settle the score. I point at the coast like game, motherfucker rain, motherfucker cloudy days all day, motherfucker rain, motherfucker king, motherfucker call me the king of the ring, motherfucker, yeah. Cause I want a ball, of course. No, I ain't talking about whores. Put me on the court, I settle the score.
I want a ball, of course. No, I ain't talking about whores. I don't waste time with the middleman, I take it straight to the source. My job is like I'm racing and the only way I know is north. And I don't do no cruise control, push that pedal down onto the floor. 1 minute behind your license plate, next minute passing on by your door. Never underestimate the power of an underdog. Be spitting all type of shit, be upright and all night shit. And I do not ask no one for shit, but I help anyone if they ask for it. And I do not relax at all, bounce credit cards like basketballs. I run it up and go pay it off, and I won't be tripping when I take a loss. Suck that shit up like I'm a moth, I play the game like I'm a boss. Got my controller on and I can't pause. Keep moves to myself, I don't run my jaws. Ain't no days off, stay on the clock. I'm super solid like a fucking rock. I still show love even when they do not. Still keep going hard even when the shit flop. I'm superwoman flying to the top. I'm going in with everything I got. Giving up ain't in my vocab, and all I do is think outside the box.
I want a ball, of course. No, I ain't talking about whores. I kill any beat, it's a chord. Put me on the court, I settle the score. Cause I want a ball, of course. No, I ain't talking about whores. I kill any beat, it's a chord. Put me on the court, I settle the score. I point at the coast like game, motherfucker rain, motherfucker cloudy days all day, motherfucker rain, motherfucker king, motherfucker call me the king of the ring, motherfucker, yeah. Cause I want a ball, of course. No, I ain't talking about horse. Put me on the court, I settle the score.
We live?
Yeah,
All right, we live. Let's see how we
Yes.
think in the studio.
Robbie.
All right, we got a couple.
We got a knot.
What we got in the crowd?
We got a hot and we got a knot. Okay, so we got 2 knots and 3 hots. All right,
Not
so
for
let's.
you?
Okay, we got another knot.
Okay, got another one.
The knots win.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Who wants to share anything? You can
I'll
give me
go.
feedback.
I mean, I think so. I didn't mind the song. I thought the song was fine. Some people don't know this, but I used to be a partner in a 17-time award-winning film company. So,
Oh, wow.
So that was before I got back in the whole theater thing. But I just feel like the song was okay. I feel like it was missing a little bit of depth to it. The video, I was very confused. I feel like they used one location. It was severely underlit, so it didn't look as good as it could have. Right. And I wasn't sure what the who was throwing stuff at them that was exploding on the basketball court at one point.
Yeah. I think it was the basketball.
That was a basketball.
I think so.
Why'd the basketball explode and look like it?
I'm gonna have to go back.
Jam, dude.
That's what I was gonna say.
NBA
Like
Jam.
there was like that fire basketball that came across. And I was like, are they heating up or what are they doing? Did somebody hit like multiple threes and that's what we're going with? But no, there was one point where like meteors were shooting down and just like exploding into like a black a paint that came up. It was very odd. I don't feel like the music really matched the video at all. And again, severely underlit. One location. Again, I don't know the guys who shot it. I mean, it didn't look terrible. It was just there were components and aspects to it that could have been done way better to make the video more enjoyable.
So you're saying maybe like a better storyboard or like
100%.
Just
it doesn't look like it was planned out. It looks like they grabbed a camera, which again, if you did this, it's fine. But it looks like you grabbed a camera, grabbed a friend, went out to a random basketball court and shot a video. If that's how you did it, there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. But then to go in
like you said,
and do that,
notice,
those random stock after effect like images, it seemed a bit lazy when it came to the video production of the music video itself. Again, I think the song was good. I would give the song like a 7. I enjoyed it, but the video was just not there for me. Not there for me.
Okay, so the visuals then.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
that was solid.
Okay. Anybody else want to share any thoughts or?
Go ahead.
I don't know if do you have a mic? Can people hear you? He's like
walk in front of the camera. His name is Mike.
His name is Mike.
Mike, so I guess
all right, go ahead, Mike.
I don't want to touch Dustin's mic.
Okay,
there was a good bit of
auto-tune for me. I'm not a fan of it. So I mean,
So if you can't hear him, the guy behind the camera, Mike said too much auto-tune.
Okay.
Oh, and
we got another
D Money.
Right. So it's kind of split for me. Like the song necessarily, I didn't mind the song. I understand Mike's thought process on the whole auto-tune thing, but I also know, kind of like getting into the producing and engineering myself, a lot of people use that as an effect too, and it can be strong. And I didn't mind the choice for the auto-tune, and I didn't mind the song necessarily. Like it was pretty catchy. His hook was pretty catchy. And my reason for the knot was on the video as well. And I can tell that whoever shot the video was using decent quality equipment. Like the video is very crispy, and I think some of the effects were good. I can tell that they aligned some of the effects with like the beat and the song, and I thought that was a good choice. But I think for the quality of the actual shots, minus the lighting that Robbie had brought up, the effects didn't do it for me. It was. It felt like the effects were too much. Like they were almost like they were trying too hard, because you can tell that they went and like they recorded the song. The song was done with decent audio quality. The camera shots were good. I just think if the lighting was a little better and they did a little less of like the ground being on fire and the stuff like shooting in. I didn't even mind the little shot clocks popping up because I get it, basketball.
Yeah. True.
I just think less filler. less filler. Like, if you have something good, less is more sometimes.
Yeah.
Less is more sometimes.
Accentuate the positives, hide the negatives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody else would like to say anything?
I think too, real quick, one last thing. I think it's, first of all, it's commendable that anybody puts himself out there like that.
Yes.
Let's get that
Exactly.
out.
Shout
there
out
right
to
now.
King Zully and shout out to
Mystery Woman
yes,
Music.
Mystery Woman.
Very commendable you put yourself out there. And again, I think, light, in my opinion, lighting makes all the difference in the world.
It does.
Take the time. You can get really cheap lighting. It doesn't cost a lot.
Amazon, Walmart.
Oh my God, it's
Come hit up Venue
it's
TV, they'll hook you up.
expensive now. You know what I mean? But it makes all the difference. I feel like it was just very dark and it was just missing. So, but shout out. I mean, again, I enjoyed the song.
Yeah, so my opinion, like I said, I was in the middle because I was torn between the video. Like I like the song. The song was like they said, it was catchy. It kind of reminded me of like a Tory Lanez, like a hype song. Like they just turning out, having a good time. You know what I mean? Everybody loves that vibe. But like I said, the video too kind of just caught me off guard. And it was like, I like following a story like when I'm watching stuff. So like, you know what I mean? I would have liked to see maybe like a game being played between people or something, or like, you know what I mean? Just incorporating more just views and visuals.
Yeah, but for sure. Overall, though, again, we commend you for putting yourself out there and chasing your dreams, making videos. It's hard to get in front of the camera and take criticism and put yourself out there to strangers. So keep doing what you're doing. I thought it was hot. I do personally know both of these artists, and I know that they've been out here elevating their art for a very long time too. And I totally agree, though. I thought the video was a little dark on some of the lighting, but overall, though, I like the song. So that was cool. And somebody also online commented and said, Elizabeth said that it was a hot song and that she likes it. So thank you guys for sharing that one with us.
Yes.
All right, so let's get into our next video. Let's switch it up. Video number 2. This is Jay the Great and Taste My Jiggy. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
You got this soul. You got this soul. I got this soul. I got this soul. I got this soul. I got this soul. You got this soul. You got this soul. I got this soul. I'm drippin'. Yeah, I'm drippin'. I got this soul. You got this soul. I'm drippin'. Yeah, I'm drippin'. You got this soul. I'm drippin'. Yeah, I'm drippin'. On the board, I'm taking off. Along the way, I took a loss. Making big moves, yeah, been the boss. Juiced up, drippin' with the song. Got it out the mud, I'm self-made. I really do it, no bump fake. I keep shooters like 2K. Kill the scene, no leeway. Want me to come pull up? I'ma need that back end, no vacate. I'm back in, I go dumb, I'm dragging. Game out, coolin' with the gang. My old lady keep nagging. Damn right, I'm shagging. On gang, I'm savage. I got that soul. I got that soul. You got that soul. You got that soul.
Hey, sauce dripping, you know the cliche spinning. My boo's out here pippin', when she score and we chippin'. She knew I was different the moment she met me. She a little trap queen with the rock, only right I got the Fetty. So stuck, got flavor days, brand new blick cause I'm stuck in my ways. Moving good, so that hate be great. My life a movie, only need one take. You in the way, get out. I need the bag or the teeth in your mouth. I got the juice, ain't no pressing me now. Sauce, cook cow.
I got that soul. I got that soul. You got that soul. You got that soul. I got that soul. I'm drippin'. Yeah, I'm drippin'. I got that soul. I'm drippin'. Yeah, I'm drippin'. You got that soul. I'm drippin'. Yeah, I'm drippin'. You got that soul. I'm drippin'. Yeah, I'm drippin'.
All right, guys, we back. Where we at?
I'm gonna give it a hat. All right, we got hots. All right,
got hots.
Everybody in the crowd saying hot.
Hots all around.
All right, shout out to Jay the Great and Tay. Let's get some feedback on that real quick.
Man, I thought the song was good. I really liked the mix and the beat on it. It was really enjoyable. The video was pretty solid. Again, it was simple. It was very simple. 1-2 locations, but it was lit well. The only thing that I personally I'm like, meh, take it or leave it, is those is what we used to call zigzag shots. Those. There's cooler ways to do it, and again, it might just be an equipment thing. But there are gyms that you can get that will give you that real clean, like, in and out. And again, very inexpensive that you can get them on Amazon or
look into that.
I mean, but it gives you just it gives you a cleaner shot, and it doesn't give you that motion sickness feeling. But they didn't overuse it, which I think is really good. And could have been an artistic liberty, and that's what they wanted, which again, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
Cool.
All right, so my opinion, I like the song and stuff, but I think cause I got that sauce, you know what I mean? It's like with all the auto tune and stuff like that. Like I would like to see more like pronunciation with your stuff, like more clear words, because it was kind of like hearing it over the speaker and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to hear like every little word, but I would like to hear more of like, you know what I mean?
You got some?
I think, I like that song. The hook on that one was great. I think I think I would have liked that hook to be more prominent. Like, not so much that it didn't have to happen more. It happened the perfect amount.
Yeah.
I just think it could have been more present, like more like forward, because it is catchy. I mean, we were all singing it after like 5 seconds.
Right.
That's what you want. That's what you want. Tay's verse was great. I think she had a really cool flow to her. She has a really cool style. I'm not familiar with either of them, but I'm a new fan here. The music video quality was good. I liked having the kids involved. I think community is big, and everybody could use a lot of that right now. All in all, hot for me.
Cool.
Great.
We got people in the comments saying, okay, Tay, hot, fire, fuego.
Yes, you're getting all fires and all hots.
I only saw one spot in that video that I just felt like was slightly overlit, and Jay mentioned it probably was the sun. Whenever they pull back at that one point, the sun just hits different when you move back. So that could have, but again, it was like a half a second. Like, it wasn't
9 out of 10. If you can turn down the sun next.
Yeah. I don't know what you were thinking. The sun, block it, get rid of it.
Right, y'all here to hear. Turn down the sun next time. 9 out of 10.
Listen, you joke about it, but I've had to do it on set where they're like, this sun is just in the way and there's not a cloud coming, and we had to like get tarps that we hung up on mic stands, and we had to it was like this giant like 10-foot tarp that we went to Walmart to get because it was too sunny. We couldn't get a shot. We had to block that sumbitch. It sucked.
But sometimes you have to make those adjustments. Like I did the shot for No Vision, and we was outside. It was hot as hell. I was sweating. The sun was beaming. We had to wait a little just for it to go down, and then boom, from there we was able to jump into the next scene, and it flowed.
I remember I looked at a DP one time and asked a director of photography. I was like, "Are you ready to shoot?" And he was like, "No." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because I need the sun to move." And I was like, "What the hell is that going to happen?" He said, "I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist. I have no idea. I'm just not ready." I'm like, and this is after like a 14-hour day on set, and I was pissed off anyway.
But look,
sometimes you can't control. You just have to wait it.
Yes, because that's when the magic happens. You know what I mean? Just waiting and just going through all that time, waiting, working hard, and then boom.
That's right. All right, awesome. Well, great job to y'all again. Shout out to Jay the Great and Taste My Jiggy.
Great song.
Now, great song. Now, speaking of the sun, we're going to hop into this next artist, Sonny Bronco, right from Hagerstown. Let's go ahead and hop into the video.
Let's get it.
What's up with all my niggas doing a good bid, you feel me? If I do too much on this shit, I meant it. Can't wait for y'all niggas to come home. Hey, Mike, you hear me? Still running it up, my nigga. I ain't selling my soul, I ain't paying for none of these bitches to get in the club. Probably never come back from the times I ain't get any love when I look like a scrub. Now my pockets is filled up with dubs. You ain't stunting on me, bitch, I'm turned to the max. Sonny came up on some racks. Up in the hair, used to sit in the back. I ain't doing no favors, can't cut any slack. Skip on the friendship, let's stick to the business. I love getting money, I hate when I get in my feelings. Really don't know why I did it. Must have been tripping that night, but I cut off my bitches, I'm petty. You ain't gonna gon' hit anything if you shake when you shoot, hold it steady. Ready, run my city, I ain't sweaty. No 10 on that whip when I slide it, they want me, come get it. Ayy. He ain't nothing like me, don't compare me to some. Keep my name in good grace when it come out your tongue. I ain't fighting these niggas, I'm bringing the gun. Smoke out a lung, run up a tongue. My son ain't about to see me like a bum. Mommy ain't about to get put out of home. If they need it, I got it, I'm living alone. Fuck, double pack, then I ran up a side door. Do not knock on the front, use the back door. I just bought a new safe cause my old one couldn't stash more. They been asking questions, I'm gon' answer what they asked for. I ain't doing no songs, these niggas, they look, I ain't fucking with niggas. Wanna link up for a feature, but ain't got no money, I guess that I'm bluffing on niggas. Fuck all them niggas, I ain't got nothing for niggas, and I ain't ducking them niggas. You better thug it, my nigga, Sunny 100, I came up from nothing, my nigga, let's go. 100, 100, 100, 100, hey, I came up from nothing, my nigga. 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, hey, they love when I'm stunning, my nigga. You better thug it, my nigga. Sunny 100, I came up from nothing, my nigga. I used to walk around bummy, now I can't go anywhere without money, my nigga. Let's go. Yeah, ain't no kiss, my nigga. Yeah, jock with me. Simple sound, the whole city on you, nigga. Run it up for me one time, hey, Kyle, what's up? Shit up for my niggas that's doing biz, ayy. Yeah. Hey, free shawty. Free Moody doing it like that.
Let's get it.
All right, guys, we're live. Let's see what people are thinking.
All right, I'm gonna give it a high, man, cause I fuck with the flow of it. Yeah, for sure. He said,
Robbie?
I can't. No,
be honest.
Be honest, yeah.
Be honest.
All right, we got a hot and we got a hot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
All right, go ahead.
So again, the song was fine. I enjoy hip hop. I'm more of an old school hip hop. So you know, some of this newer stuff is like meh for me. Again, shout out for putting it out there, but the video. Why do people turn themselves upside down like people are actually going to think, oh, they're on the ceiling? It's weird. It's. I didn't understand the green screen in the back with the weird big-headed Smurf. That I didn't get it. I don't know. I mean, again,
market that could be a tactic though, because it has y'all thinking, what's up with the Smurf? Like,
if the video is big enough and he didn't have the right to use Papa Smurf there, whichever Smurf that was, that could turn into an issue. But and then using the green screen without actually utilizing it to me is always weird. I don't know why. Like, find a different color backdrop like this. Like, there's a purpose for a green screen that's very specific. It's not a backdrop. Right. This is a green screen.
You try last minute, you can't pop the wall and he's already booked. You got 7.
Yeah. Like. But like, there's a green screen behind.
Sonny, hit us up,
like,
man. We might have a deal with the
green screen to change a room, not to use it as a backdrop of sorts. And again, just the I'm gonna turn you sideways. I'm gonna turn you upside down. I'm gonna turn you like it. To me, it looks weird. It looks odd. It doesn't flow right. And again, it was just kind of a lot of bouncing up and down. The video said nothing to me. Like, again, a music video is not just so you can put something on YouTube. If you just want your song on YouTube, just take the recording, put your album cover or get a decent album cover done, and just put the song out there. The video itself, if you're going to do a music video, have it actually tell a story, whatever story that you're trying to tell in the song, and find a way to do it and take your time conceptualizing it. Because I'm gonna be honest, if I see a song could be hot, or I mean, I can enjoy the song, but if somebody shows me the music video, the first thing I go is I go, what the hell is happening in this music video? And then I stop listening to the song, right? So I stop listening to it because I'm watching what's happening in the video, and when the video doesn't make sense, and again, it might be one of those things where with the caution tape around his head and the ski goggles and all that kind of stuff, where he's trying to do like pull a Tekashi 6ix9ine deal, where it's like I'm trying to shock people and do something crazy so people look at me. Again, that might be it, and if that's what he's doing, I'm talking about right now, so kudos. But again, the camera work on that one was rough in my opinion, and kind of took me out of the video or out of the song because I was so focused on that portion of it.
Like, why is it spinning?
Right, like it doesn't make sense to me. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do, but again, artists, especially music artists that want to do videos, take your time, plan out your shoot, and really make it tell a story. Those are the best music videos that are out there, bar none. The ones that actually tell a story from point A to point B and take you on a journey. That's the point of a music video, not just so you can throw it out on Instagram or YouTube or Rumble or anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's tell your story, because people want to hear it. That's why they're listening to your music.
Right.
And if your video's taking them out of your music because they're focused on a weird conceptualized video, you're gonna lose listeners. And again, just a humble opinion from a former award-winning filmmaker. That's all.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
Definitely. We got another one out here.
Yeah, so I'll play devil's advocate. So I thought it was cool. I think the kind of whole almost like Cloverfield-y kind of like chaotic shoot kind of thing kind of works a little bit. Although I think I honestly probably would need to take a deeper dive on that one, because in here is kind of a little hard to kind of hear everything he's doing lyrically. Yeah. But I think I also give Sonny a bump just in general, because I saw that viral freestyle that he did, and he's just hella talented. Yeah. So he got a buffer for me from the jump, which maybe wasn't fair, but I know what the dude can do. I know he's really solid. Yeah, no,
I enjoyed the song. I didn't have an issue with it. I just got taken out of the song because of the visuals.
Well, and I'm saying maybe if we go in, if we looked at like what he did lyrically, maybe lyrically it was chaotic. So maybe having a chaotic kind of shoot maybe kind of works for it. And I think in today's age too, where everything is so content heavy, and like if you're not posting daily and you don't have new content coming all the time, you're like 3 steps behind everybody else.
That's fair. That's a really fair point.
I'm saying maybe this wasn't a single for him. Maybe this was something like just to continue putting content out.
Right.
You want to it's nice to put songs out on like your Spotify, your Apple Music, or SoundCloud, whatever. But video content, like that's something, especially once you put one out, it's something unfortunately you have to keep up with. You put one out and then then ghost it for a while. Trust me, I know, I do it all the time. So kudos to him for constantly pushing content.
Yes.
And that's. I want to give it a deeper dive.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely important, and that's a really good point, Dustin, is to put that content out. And again, when you're putting it with a music video, doing it that quick. I mean, that video could have probably been shot in a couple of hours and edited in a couple of hours and put together to be put out 100%. And that might have been exactly what he was going for. Again, I enjoyed the song. It wasn't the song wasn't the problem. Just the video just took me out. And like Dustin said, if I would have to go into the lyrics or go on their page, find their lyrics and figure out what was going on, maybe it did make sense, and I just lost it. Again, I don't know, but
in my opinion, like I agree with everything that was just said, for real. But at the same time, I also see it from a different perspective of like, I didn't see like no guns, I didn't see no money flashing, I didn't see no, you know what I mean, none of that extra crazy stuff that people usually put in their videos and stuff. He had a Smurf, which is like, I feel like more relatable to kids. And then I feel like, even with the caution tape, like you said, it was just him more just trying to just, Cloverfield, just hype, you know what I mean? So like for me,
there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. So for me, I feel like it was more kind of just for like all ages type of vibe song. You know what I mean? Which I thought was cool.
Definitely. All right, awesome. Well, shout out to you, Sonny Bronco. Keep creating that fire, keep creating that content, and shout out to you for being a musician out in this area.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Shout out to all of them that are putting themselves out there on any kind of social media platform where there's a possibility of getting absolutely destroyed and demolished.
Yes.
I mean, shout out and keep doing it.
Yes.
And my last thing too, just to add on, kind of piggybacking off of what Mario said, I especially appreciate that he seems like an individual. He seems like he's his own person. I don't know him personally, and I've only seen that freestyle that went viral and this video. But he seems like a guy who just does his own thing. He's very confident in what his image is, and I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah, for sure.
There's only one Sonny Bronco, and he makes sure of that.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Well, shout out to all the artists, because music makes the world go round. That's for sure. Shout out to y'all. All right, so that concludes our MVD segment for tonight, and that's going to bring us into our next segment, which is going to be the interview with Mr. Robbie Soto.
Oh, that's me.
Yes, so we're going to dive into this a little bit and talk about, a couple of things, get some people some background on who you are. Yeah. So, who is Robbie Soto?
A lost soul. So I am. I'm just a guy. I mean, truthfully, like I think, I said it earlier in the show. I'm the president of Authentic Community Theater. We just opened up downtown a great new event venue, the Act Black Box Studio.
Yes.
Downtown. Where we're going to be doing all different kinds of stuff that we're really excited about. We just had our first concert there this past weekend with Brittany Atwater. She did some music, and that was a really great turnout, and people are really responding to what we're doing. We have bigger and bigger things coming up, but I've been involved in theater for, God almighty, almost 20 years, over 20 years I think now. 2003 was my first show that I ever did. 2005 was the first show I did professionally. Did theater for a while, went to college, got away from theater, joined in on a film company called Dark Ronin Films, now called Dark Ronin Media Group, with my partner and friend, Shannon C. Lanier, who is a 12-time himself award-winning director, filmmaker, writer, actor, extremely talented guy out of Hanover, PA. We did a script that I wrote. He came in, and we were great partners. Worked together on a bunch of other stuff. We kind of fell off. I gave up my piece and moved on back into theater in late 2014, early 2015, I think it was, where I joined Authentic Community Theater here in Hagerstown, Maryland. It's been around since 2005. I took over as the president about 2 years later, and I've been the president now for going on. I think it's going on my 7th year that we took over. So we do 5 community theater productions at the Maryland Theater right in downtown Hagerstown, the crown jewel of Hagerstown. 5 times a year. We do 2 children's productions for grades 1 through 8 a year there, and 2 summer camps. So we're in that building a bare minimum of 9 times a year, and then we partner up with the Maryland Theater on different events, like they're doing the Greatest Showman sing-along movie coming up soon, and some of our dancers are going to be out there doing some dances, and we dress up some of our actors, and we took some of our kids. They just did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory a few weeks ago, and some of our kids went out there. We dressed them up as Oompa Loompas, and they ran around the lobby, and we were having fun with them. So we do that stuff all the time with them. So yeah, now we have the Act Black Box Studio that's open downtown, full schedule throughout the rest of the year.
And that's next to like the Art Gastro?
Right next. Yeah, it's the old Cino Taco building. Yeah, we're right there, 3 doors down from the Maryland Theater, right next to what's hopefully opening soon will be the Tribe Juice Bar.
Oh, I can't wait.
We're right next door to them. We've had them and kind of have been. Not working with them, like we're not a partnership or anything, but we've been, passing each other, as we were both working on renovations to our buildings and things like that, and giving each other words of wisdom and props and see if they needed anything, and them see if we needed anything. So
no, I think that's crucial to do in a community, especially like Hagerstown. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just work with each other. Like there's no need to like bicker amongst each other.
Hopefully, eventually they'll get it,
right?
Because there are a lot of businesses that don't want to.
Yeah,
they just want to do their own thing. It's like, that's fine, do your own thing, but what's more going to hurt?
Right.
More business is going to bother you. If it is, and you're stupid. But yeah, I mean, we're looking at doing some pretty major things downtown. I was on Jay's show in the Morning Crunch. We talked about it. We're looking at shutting down the street like 4 times a year right there in downtown, and doing block parties. We've been working with Jay over at the Doghouse. He's been doing a hell of a job over there. He's interested in helping us out. And the rest of the block seems to be interested. Kitty from the city is interested in us doing it. So we're looking forward to being able to do that like 4 times a year, and just doing different themed block parties and just having fun, bringing people downtown, giving them a reason to come downtown. So there aren't those tumbleweeds coming through, on a Friday, Saturday night. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I said, any events you got, block parties and stuff, let us know, man. We'd definitely love to support you.
For sure,
love to. So I have to ask, with being said, like, what is it that makes you so passionate about community? Have you always been that way, or something changed?
Not really at all, actually. So I think when I first started out, when I was younger and I was a kid, I wanted to get the hell out of here. That was my biggest thing. When I was in middle school, high school, I just wanted to go. I was a 3-sport athlete in high school. Played football, baseball, and wrestled. And I just wanted to leave. I wanted to get as far from Hagerstown as I possibly could. And then when I was, 18 years old, actually, Dustin and I worked together on a little group that we put together called the Performers of Hope. And HOPE was an acronym for Helping Our People Everywhere. And we would do these variety shows to raise money for different families and people who are going through struggling times. And I really started seeing how, it would change people. I'll never forget. It was a young boy named Corey Kitchen. He was 2, and he was diagnosed with cancer and had gone through dozens of surgeries at the age of 2 years old. And I think it was actually Dustin's mom that knew them, knew the family, and hooked us up with them, and we were able to raise a few $1,000s for him in one night where we did the show. And I remember we handed the Mrs. Kitchen the money, and she started crying. And it was one of those things where I was like, first of all, I was uncomfortable because I'm pretty known to not like people, and emotions are weird for me. So, that's kind of when I guess it started, where I was like, you know what, it's important to get back to your community, and that's what I've from then on really, I've tried to find ways to do it. Whether it was giving opportunities for our local community, or giving back. I mean, Authentic Community Theater, we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, have been since 2005 when we got our certificate. And I think the biggest thing that differentiates us from other nonprofits, especially nonprofits in the area, is we work with other nonprofits and we raise money for them. And before I took over as president, the question was always, not the question, but the rebuttal of working with other nonprofits was, why? We're the nonprofit, which I understand. Every nonprofit needs money, so give to your nonprofits. I mean, it's important. But doing things like we did a production of Beauty and the Beast, and we teamed up with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And we actually went door to door with the characters, Mrs. Potts, Lumiere, and all the characters from Beauty and the Beast that the kids love. And we went door to door, and there were 10 people that Make-A-Wish chose that were their wish was put on hold for one reason or another. And this was what they called a wish. What was it called? It was like a wish extender, where it's like, hey, we can't get your wish yet, but we're gonna give this to you, almost like as, hey, it's coming, but this is something in the meantime. Anyway, I can't remember what they called it, but anyway, wish enhancement. Sorry. So we traveled around. The entire area in Maryland and a little bit in the PA as well, and we hand-delivered these handmade invitations for these wish kids that all wanted to go to Disney, and invited them to the Belle and Beast Castle for dinner, and it was at the Maryland Theater, and we dressed everything up, and it was like they were walking into their castle, and they got to have dinner with Belle and the Beast. That's crazy. It was one of those things where it's like, it seemed goofy to me because I was an adult. I'm like, that's not the Belle and Beast. That's Lauren and Brian. Right. You know what I mean? Like, like two of my dearest friends. Right. But to them, it was real.
To them, it was everything.
It was like they were meeting Belle. Yeah. Like they were crying. They were like shaking. Like it was. And I was just like, we're just some Joe Schmoes from Hagerstown. Like, what is even?
It was probably like a surreal feeling.
It was, and then I saw them like they went up and they hugged them, and it was just it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And we continue to work with breast cancer awareness. We did Greece in October of 2018, I think it was, and we worked with breast cancer awareness Cumberland Valley. The Pink Ladies, breast cancer awareness only made sense, and we raised money for them. We did Rent that Ashley, you were a part of, and that you'll be a part of again November 2nd. We worked with Washington Goes Purple and raise money for addiction, and it's little things where it may not be a shitload of money, right? It may not be like tens of thousands of dollars, but if I can hand you $1,000 in cash and be like, hey, use this towards some flyers, use this towards some getting book bags together for kids to go back to school or whatever it is, why not? So that's really made me passionate about doing those things, and we try to do them as much as we can. Now, of course, we need to survive too. We need to make money to be able to keep our doors open and keep things going for people. But working with people within our community has been the biggest blessing of it all for me. It's not all about the money for me. Sometimes it's more, or not sometimes, all the time, it's more about the mission. So the whole community aspect is probably the most important to me, and being a positive member of our community.
So let me ask you a question, because I've asked a couple other people that we've interviewed as well too, like just during the pandemic and everything that's going on and stuff, like how has it affected you and your business, or what you got going on? Has it been beneficial? Has it been like a downslope, or like, you know what I mean?
So I've
heard both.
It depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Man. So I think as a person, this is gonna sound really weird. As a person, the pandemic was great for me, as personally, and it's because it pushed me harder than I've ever been pushed in business, especially in the entertainment world before. I had to find it. Look, it was real easy to close the doors and be like, you know what, we'll let you know when we'll be back. Close the doors. We could have gotten all these grants and all these people forgiving us for our rent and all that other stuff. It wasn't about that for me. For me, it was about, how do I keep the artists that work with and for me, how do I keep them in their outlet? How do I keep doing this? So I was on the phone with the senator's office, the mayor's office, the county commissioners. I was constantly trying to find a way to make stuff happen. I made some enemies along the way. The health department does not like me, but the reality is that I kept pushing. I found a way. We were performing in October when everything first came. I think it was like late July, whenever we moved into stage 3 of the shutdown, where we could have live events again. And we had a show ready to put up for October, and we didn't stop. We were doing Zoom meetings, Zoom classes. We were doing for our kids. We were doing Zoom showcases. Like, we found a way to give these people, and I don't think it really hit me until we did a show recently, right at the end of the pandemic, before like all the we're back open full bore, right? But we did a show with our kids right before the pandemic ended. It was actually the day the pandemic ended, because they got to do their last show on Saturday without masks because the mask mandate was lifted. And God, were they happy. They were yelling and screaming in the back whenever we told them, because it was like 6 o'clock when we found out, or whatever it was. So, and it was effective the next day. We told them, like, tomorrow you don't have to wear the mask. They were so happy. But we had one of our parents email us and thank us for doing what we were doing, because her son, and we didn't know this, had really contemplated and attempted suicide. And it was because he didn't have his outlet. And so, and again, he's a special kid, and he's such a good kid, but I don't know how to say this. He has a different lifestyle as a young kid that gets him picked on. We give him a place to come where he's accepted. And she said, if you weren't open, if you would have closed your doors like so many other places have closed their doors to people, we don't know what would have happened. And that was one of the strongest things. I remember I was sitting with my wife, Brittany. Wow. I can't remember where we were, but we were together, and she was like, oh my God, this email. I was like, and she read it to me. I just remember crying. I was like, this is why we pushed. So to hell with all the people who were giving us a bunch of shit about staying open and being super spreaders and all this other shit. We never had a problem with COVID, but that's why we did it. Right. And that's just the one story that we know about.
Right.
Yeah. How many other stories? How many stories that we don't know about, that people were just going through just this deep depression without their art, without being able to do what they love to do.
Yeah.
How many people suffered in silence and we don't know about? So for me, it was a great thing, because it pushed me, and let's be real, I had a lot of time to figure out what to do, and I worked really hard. My team worked really hard to make sure that we kept performing, and we were doing the renovations in the Black Box through all the shutdowns, and and all the planning and everything that went into it. We brought Major Attaway from the genie from Aladdin came down at the end of COVID, and worked with us, and he's looking forward to coming back performing at the Black Box. He has this whole thing called the Genie's Jukebox, where him and a couple other genies that were on Broadway and on tours, they do like all these jazz pieces, reimagined between the three of them, and they're looking to bring it to the Black Box with us. So we're real excited about that. So Yeah, it sucked, but if I look at it from just a perspective of how did I grow, it was probably one of the best 18 months of my life, which is hard to say, right? But it pushed me further than I've ever had to go before.
Yeah,
definitely.
No,
and it shows. It shows because I mean, you've all been having amazing success. You guys have been changing people's lives, and like I'm glad that you brought up the impact that the work you do does, because it really does give people an outlet and a safe place to be themselves.
And at the same time, like you said, people don't realize that. People aren't aware of people's stories and what they have to go through.
We're just playing. We're just, it's a hobby. We're just playing. Which for some, that is what it is. It's a hobby. It's something fun that we do that we don't have to be I don't have to wear my suit and tie to work. You know what I mean? So I get to put my t-shirt on and hang out. So for me, it's a hobby. For some people, it's everything. For some people, it's that one thing that they look forward to every couple of days or once a week or whatever it is. For some people, it's the only thing they have to look forward to.
Yeah. Right.
And people forget that through the pandemic, where it was like, no, just shut everything down. We don't want to do it. We can't do it because. No, we're gonna keep going, and if as this Delta variant kicks in, we're gonna keep finding ways. Rest assured, while I'm sitting at the head of the table with Authentic Community Theater, we will find a damn way to get our shows out there and to give people that outlet one way or another.
All right, cool. So going off of all of that, how can people, how can kids, how can the youth find you and find if they want to get in contact, if they want an opportunity and be involved, how can they find you?
Yeah, it's really easy. So go to our website, www.actforall.org, ACTFORALL.org. Go there. It has everything. We have classes for kids, and we have private vocal and piano lessons. We have acting classes, dance classes, music classes. We have productions that we do with kids, grades 1 through 8. 2 summer camps that we do each year. We do the Performing Arts Academy that we've been doing for years with the Maryland Theater, which is a 1-week camp every summer where the kids put together a variety show. And then 2 years ago, we started the Summer Intensive Program, which is a 2-week camp for kids, grades, I think it's 3rd through 12th, where they get together and in 2 weeks they put on a full-blown show. A full show. This year they did Frozen Junior, almost 600 people in attendance. It's incredible to see what they can do. All of our auditions, information's on the website. Check us out on Facebook. We have 2 Facebook pages. We have Authentic Community Theater Inc., where you can find us, and then we also have the Black Box Studio page as well. Come out and see those shows. Get involved. I mean, there's so much that we have to offer. It's actually, I look at the calendar, I'm like, what in the hell are we doing? Like, this is crazy how much stuff we have, but there's literally something for everybody. Dustin, his girlfriend Kristen will be there in a few weeks putting on a show. Ryan Perry will be there. Constantine Maroulis from American Idol will be here tomorrow night. He's going to be here and then teaching a class on Saturday morning with us. I mean, there's so much going on, and it's not going to stop. So check us out. I mean, it's really huge, and there's a lot of stuff going on. And again, if you got deep pockets, throw some my way, and we'll keep on going. I mean, it's
us too.
Yeah, I mean, it costs money to do what we do, because again, all of our artists that come in the Black Box, especially do a performance, are paid. We don't ask anybody to come and work for free. They get a paycheck at the end of the night. I'm not saying that's a huge amount, absorbent amount of money, but it's something. It's not. I promise you, my team will never call you and be like, "Hey, why don't you come out for some exposure and you can get your name out there?" No, it's not going to feed your kids. It's not going to put food on your table. It's not going to put a roof over your head. We're going to give you a little something at least to cover your gas, your time, and hopefully throw you a little something else. So check out those. Check out the Facebook page. Check out the website, and come out and just support. That's the biggest thing you can do. Come out and support. Tickets on sale for several shows right now. Sweeney Todd in October, which is going to be super fun. October 23rd and 24th, and then the big one is Rent. One night only, which I promise you, buy your tickets right now. You are not going to want to miss what we will be announcing here in the next couple of weeks. I promise you.
Get your tickets now.
So that's
so excited.
That's it. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
so that concludes our interview with Robbie.
Thank you guys very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
This has been a pleasure sitting and talking with you. We covered a lot of different things today during this.
And thank you for everything that you do for the community, man.
Absolutely. Yes, it's my pleasure. So I'm just going to piss my wife off real quick. Soto 2024. Just keep that in mind for now.
There you have it.
I think I just made my run for office official.
Yes.
I think I did.
Oh.
We'll see.
You got my vote.
Right. All right, y'all. Well, thank you again, Robbie, for being here. Make sure everybody.
Text message now.
Oh, wow. That's funny. That's quick. See, good news travels quickly, folks.
Yes.
And I did drop the website, actforall.org.
Awesome.
In the
Thank you.
comments. Yes, definitely.
So go
Anybody
check it out,
looking for
man.
opportunities to get in theater, to work with music, children, all ages, definitely please contact them. They have a lot of great things going on out there for the community.
And we are a theater, but it's not just theater. Like
Right,
Constantine's
it's more.
coming to Constantine Marul is from season 4 of American Idol, top 5 finalist. He's released his own music. He's been signed for years. A producer on Broadway, a two-time Tony nominee. I mean, he's coming and he's going to be hearing people playing their original music, giving them feedback. We do this kind of stuff all the time. This isn't just now. We had Tice Green from American Idol and Project Runway. He was out here a couple months ago. So it's all different kinds of art. So don't if you're not a theater person, that's okay. We have other avenues for you.
It's all about networking.
That's all it is, man.
That's right. All right. Well, everybody, that concludes the interview section of tonight's show. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for commenting in the comments. Lots of people on here are commenting, saying how awesome the work you're doing is.
Thank you.
Lily said, you never know what someone's going through.
Never.
Cindy said, that's awesome. Lisa said, Broncos bussin'. I think that was from earlier.
Yeah, for Sunny Bronco.
Music videos.
Bussin'.
All right, y'all. So as always, we love to end our show with a live performance to, kind of just bless everybody's ears at home. Tonight we have somebody very special in the studio, and we can't wait for you to hear his music.
He's special to me too.
He's a very special individual. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado,
Dustin Perrott, also known as
The Search Within.
Oh, hi.
Hey, what's up, guys? So, my name is Dustin Perrott. I'm a singer-songwriter. I love writing songs for other people, pop music, rock music, hip-hop beats. So if you're in the market, find me on social media after this. But I release my own music as The Search Within as well, and I'm going to do a couple of those songs for you today, and maybe a cover, too. This first one is an unreleased song that I wrote at the beginning of the pandemic called Go All Night.
Friday night, looking for love at last call, thinking why fight the way I'm feeling inside? Why try? Baby, you got me lust struck, thinking damn right, our bodies about to collide. Girl, the way you swing your hips when you walk by has got me mesmerized. Girl, the way you bite your lip when we lock eyes, why are we wasting time? Let's get together for a late night love affair. Lots of heavy breathing and a handful of hair. Can't promise tomorrow, but we're both here now. Let's go all night. Top shelf tequila on the tip of your tongue. Let's live fast while we're both still young. Can't promise tomorrow, so let's go all night. Ooh, your touch, stoking the fire inside me, baby. Light me up like it's the 4th of July. Flames ignite, engulfing us entirely, but I'll be damned if I let you go. I don't think I can let you go. Girl, the way you swing your hips when you walk by has got me mesmerized. Girl, the way you bite your lip when we lock eyes, why are we wasting time? let's get together for a late night love affair. Lots of heavy breathing and a handful of hair. Can't promise tomorrow, but we're both here now. Let's go all night. Top shelf tequila on the tip of your tongue. Let's live fast while we're both still young. Can't promise tomorrow, so let's go all night. Tangled feet, twisted sheets, you, me. Break my skin, sink your teeth in. Up against your bedroom wall. Don't want half, I want it all. Let's get together for a late night love affair. Lots of heavy breathing and a handful of hair. Can't promise tomorrow, but we're both here now. Let's go all night. Top shelf tequila on the tip of your tongue. Let's live fast while we're both still young. Can't promise tomorrow, so let's go all night.
Thank you. This next one's a cover. If you know it at home, I won't be able to hear you, but feel free to sing along.
My baby don't mess around me, 'cause she loves me so, and this I know for sure. What does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together like we don't know how. Hey, yeah. 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 You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it till there's nothing at all. We get together, oh, we get together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. If what they say is nothing is forever, then what makes love the exception? So why are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here? Hey, yeah. 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 All right now, fellas, what's cooler than being cool? I can't hear ya. I say what's cooler than being cool. All right, 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 all right. Okay, now, ladies, now we're gonna break this thing down in just a few seconds now. Don't have me break this thing down for nothing. I wanna see y'all on your baddest behavior. Your baddest behavior. Lend me some sugar, I am your neighbor. fever. Oh, here we go now. Shake it, 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 shake it like a Polaroid picture. Shake it, 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 shake it like a Polaroid picture. Shake it, 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 shake it like a Polaroid picture. Shake it, 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 shake it like a Polaroid picture. Hey, yeah. 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 Hey, yeah.
Thanks. Hey. Yeah, so my plan is to release a full version of that here in the not so distant future. So be on the lookout for that. I do release all my music on all the major streaming platforms. So you can find me as The Search Within on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon Music, all that stuff. And this last song that I'm going to do is the first song that I released as The Search Within. This is an original called Little Things, and I do have a music video for that one on YouTube. So check that out.
I'm sorry for the way things changed. I'm not myself these days. I guess you could say that I'm in a transitional phase. The friends I used to know and places I used to go, they're not the same. But the space in my heart you occupy, it still remains. Do you miss me? Would you kiss me if I stood right in front of you? A real majestic ghost from a past life of a lover that you once knew. It's the little things that I miss the most. Your perfume on my old t-shirt. I play you a song and you sing along to every word. I miss the way your hands used to fit in mine. How you always knew just what to say to ease my troubled mind. As sure as the sun sets along the coast, it's the little things I miss the most. It's the little things I miss the most. Mama always told me there was beauty in simplicity, and quite simply, you're the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. But it's getting harder to picture your chestnut eyes, the lines on your cheeks when you used to smile at me. But I guess that love and the loss of love was never meant to be easy. Do you miss me? Would you kiss me if I stood right in front of you? Just a ghost from a past life of a lover that you once knew. It's the little things that I miss the most. Your perfume on my old t-shirt. I play you a song and you'd sing along to every word. I miss the way your hands used to fit in mine. How you always knew just what to say to ease my troubled mind. As sure as the sun sets along the coast, it's the little things I miss the most. Like when I'd offer you my coat to give you shelter from the cold, then I'd pull you in real close. miss the most. You're sleeping in my long black t-shirt. I play you a song and you'd sing along to every word. I miss the way your hands used to fit in mine. How you always knew just what to say to ease my troubled mind. As sure as the sun sets along the coast. Wanna play you a song and you sing along to every word. I miss the way your hands used to fit in mine. How you always knew just what to say to ease my troubled mind. As sure as the sun sets along the coast, it's the little things I miss the most. It's the little things I miss the most.
Thank you very much, guys. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, and all the major streaming platforms. If you search The Search Within, that's my artist name. And a couple things I have coming up. My girlfriend, Kristen Davis, who's a very talented singer all on her own, her and I are going to be doing a show at the previously mentioned ACT Black Box Studio. That's going to be September the 11th. That show's just titled Something Old, Something New. We're going to be performing some songs that we've done from previous musical theater shows, songs from Dream Rolls, and a couple of duets from those shows, and then some mainstream things too, because we haven't officially announced this yet, but next year we're going to kind of get into the wedding music industry, and we're going to be putting ourselves out there to do like special music for your special day. So kind of get a little bit of that, and that's why it's called Something Old, Something New. Then October 23rd, right after the opening performance of Heathers, I'll be performing their after-hour show at the ACT Black Box Studio as The Search Within. So I'll be playing all of my original material, a lot of unreleased stuff, and a lot of covers too. So that's going to be a good time. And then, of course, Ash and I will be back at the Maryland Theater Stage November the 2nd for a one-night-only performance of Rent.
All right.
Yes, thank you so much.
There you have it.
That was great.
Thank you for having me, guys. I had a blast.
Yes, so amazing show. Thank you so much to everybody who made this special tonight. Dustin, The Search Within, Robbie, Soto, ACT, Authentic Theater Community Center.
Everybody on the lives.
Yes, everybody at home watching, and of course Venue TV.
Yes.
Gotta thank y'all for everything amazing you do. And again, can't wait to see y'all at the next show. Shout out to C.K.G Sound. I can't wait to see y'all.
Tune in to the next one.
Shout out Hip Hop Koala.
Let's get it.